Who's actually going to get the most out of this rower? Who should walk away? And does the price make sense for a regular household that just wants a solid cardio option? That's the question I hear the most when people are on the fence about a connected fitness machine. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last few weeks setting up the ProForm R10 in a real-world home gym, using the iFIT app for everything from a quick 10-minute warm-up to a marathon-length virtual river cruise, and I'm going to walk through what that actually feels like day to day, where the value really lives, and what hidden trade-offs you might run into before you click Add to Cart. First off, the hesitation most buyers have isn't about the brand or the specs on paper, it's about whether a machine that leans so heavily on an online service will actually improve their routine, or just add another monthly charge they forget to cancel. The ProForm R10 is marketed as an all-in-one solution, a sturdy magnetic flywheel, a built-in screen, and iFIT integration that automatically adjusts resistance as the trainer on the screen tells you to. In practice, that means you don't have to think about turning a knob or pressing a button when the workout says increase to level 6. The machine does it for you, which can be a game changer for people who get lost in the rhythm of a session and don't want to break concentration. Let's talk about the everyday user. If you're a busy professional who can only carve out a half-hour slot after work, the R10's on-screen coaching feels like having a personal trainer in the living room. The iFIT library is massive, everything from beginner rowing fundamentals to high-intensity interval classes led by certified coaches. Because the resistance is synced to the video, you get that just right challenge without having to guess your own effort level. For a family that likes to share equipment, the 3-year iFIT family membership included with the purchase is a real cost saver. You can have multiple profiles, each with its own progress tracking, and you won't be paying the $39 plus monthly fee that you'd see on a standard iFIT subscription. On the flip side, the very thing that makes the R10 feel futuristic also creates a point of friction for some users. The machine won't function as a standalone rowing experience. You need an internet connection, an iFIT account, and a credit or debit card to activate the membership. If you're the type who wants a simple piece of equipment you can plug into a wall and row without any software updates or occasional login hiccups, you'll likely feel boxed in. Also, while the automatic resistance is slick, it does mean you lose a degree of manual control. If you like to experiment with custom intervals or prefer the tactile feel of turning a knob yourself, you'll find the system a bit hands-off. Now, about the practical strengths that matter once the box is open. The first thing I noticed is how quick the setup is. Unpacking the frame, sliding the seat rail into place, and attaching the footrests takes about 10 minutes, even if you're not a DIY enthusiast. The screen is a 10-inch HD display that folds down when not in use, which helps keep the room looking tidy. During a 20-minute HIIT session, the iFIT app automatically increased resistance during sprint bursts and eased back during recovery, exactly matching the coach's cues. That synchronization removes the mental load of watching a timer and then guessing the right resistance level, something that many users report as a major barrier to staying consistent with rowing. The machine's footprint is another real-world consideration. It's about 74 inches long, which fits nicely against a wall in a modest home gym, but you'll need at least a 2-foot clearance at the back for the seat to fully extend. If you live in a studio apartment, you'll need to commit to a dedicated spot. The rower can't be rolled away on wheels like some fold-up models, and the base is weighted for stability rather than portability. Noise is low to moderate. The magnetic flywheel is quieter than air resistance models, but the motor that drives the automatic resistance does emit a faint hum that becomes noticeable in very quiet environments. Turning to the practical weaknesses, the most glaring is the dependency on iFIT. The 3-year family membership is generous, but it's locked to the iFIT ecosystem. Should the service ever change its pricing structure or discontinue certain classes, you won't have an offline fallback. Also, while the membership is prepaid, you still need to keep your card on file. If that card expires, the app will prompt you for an update, and until you do, the machine will stop syncing resistance changes. That can be a nuisance for people who change banks or travel frequently and forget to update payment details. Another nuance is the heart rate monitoring. The R10 does not have built-in straps, you have to pair a Bluetooth heart rate monitor through the iFIT app if you want that data. For users who already own